Hello, today is January 26th. It's now 7 and 6 p.m. and once again here we are without having anything to talk about. And I want to let you know that you are listening to the podcast of an enlightened man. Okay, I have been enlightened because I just shaved my ass for the second time in my life. Okay, and it feels great. Okay, and I'm hoping that just as my ass is clear now, my mind will also be clear to say the funniest things and the most interesting things that you will ever hear. Okay, and it's the second time I have shaved my ass. The first time was a long time ago. I think maybe 15 years ago. I think I was like 10 or 11 years old, okay? And the reason why I shaved my ass back then was not because I wanted to fuck one of my friends in the school bathroom. No, it was because of the father of one of my friends. And if I just stopped saying this here, it would be very wrong, right? But no, there's more to it, okay? One of my friends, his dad, I don't remember what was that we were talking about, but we were talking about growing up and being a man. And he told us that one of the worst things about being a grown-ass man is having hair in your ass. And once I reached that age, 10, 11, puberty starts hitting, hair starts growing in very inconvenient places. I I started agreeing with him, and I noticed that it was terrible. So I went and shaved my ass when I was like that age, pre-teenage or something like that. However, fast forward 15 years after, I had a full stack of hair in my ass, and it was terrible. Every night when I went to bed and I lay down there in the bed, I would feel my cheeks, my glutes squeezing against each other, and I would feel that hair entangling, and it was terrible. It was a terrible feeling. So I was like, okay, it's time. I have been scared of shaving my ass not because I'm scared of being gay. I'm not scared of that, but I was scared of cutting my ass. Okay, I was afraid of my ass start bleeding, even though it has bled before. But I was afraid of cutting myself. But I was like, okay, I'm going to man up, and I'm going to do it. So I went and I did it. Okay, I used a shaver. I don't know if that's how it's said, but I think I guess you get what I'm saying here, right? I took a shaver. And by the way, I just did it. I just did this now. I just did this just before coming here to record this podcast, okay? So you are listening to the podcast of a man who just shaved his ass, okay? Like, I just did it now. So I mean, that's you probably haven't. Okay, that's a unique experience in your life. Okay, so I shaved my ass first. I took the thick of it out first with a normal razor. Not a razor, but a shaver. I guess that's how it's called. And then after the the you know the chunk of hair was out, I used an electronic shaver, electronic razor. And I mean, it felt great. Like, immediately I noticed it, because when the ass hair, when the ass pubes get damp, I did it on the shower, of course. When the ass pubes gets damp, you can feel them heavy, and you can feel them, rubbing against each other, and it feels terrible. So I immediately noticed the difference, and I noticed something too. I noticed that now I have a vagina in my ass, okay? Because imagine a Venn diagram, okay? Two circles intertwined. What's the word again? I just thought of the word, but I already forgot. In the two circles that intersect each other, right? So imagine a Venn diagram, and that Venn diagram is my glutes, okay? So there's the point where the glutes intersect, where the circles intersect, and that's where I shaved my ass because I was kind of in a hurry because I had to come here to record this, and I didn't want to shave all of, I didn't want to shave the whole of my glutes, so I did just that. I shaved the intersection of the Venn diagram, and now, and after the deed was done, I went to check how it looked, and it looked like I had a vagina in my ass. Okay, it looked like, I don't know, it looked like a kind of a vagina, because if you see the shape of the intersection between the circles, it has kind of that shape, that suggestive shape, and now I have that shape in my ass because that point is shaved, and all of the rest is hairy. It's very hairy. I have a lot of hair in my ass and in my, you get it. Why? I don't know. I do not even have a fucking beard. I have a lot of hair in my chest, man, and I have a lot of hair. Even in my nipples. Like my nipples are hairy as fuck, and that bothers me. That bothers me because I do not have a beard. Okay, my beard sucks, but I have a lot of hair in my nipples and in my ass, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Okay, why? But yeah. So now it looks like, I said that before, but it looks like a vagina in my ass. Okay, and it's now the thing is, when you shave your intimate parts, you always think to yourself, okay, I will never get it back to this point because it's inconvenient. Like if you wait months to shave again and all of the hair has grown up back, it's just fucking terrible because you have to do all of that fucking shit again. And you don't want to do that, right? I don't want to do that. So what I did, what I promised myself that I'm going to do is every week on the weekend I'm going to take my electric shaver, and I'm going to just shave whatever has grown up in that week, because it's going to be easy, it's going to be quick, it's going to be convenient, and my ass is always going to be shaved. However, we men, we always say that shit. I have said that shit a lot of times about my dick, okay? Because, look, I do not use my dick that much for its intended purposes, okay? One of its intended purposes. And you know what I'm talking about. I am not very active, if you know what I mean, which you do. And so I shave my dick not very often, unfortunately. And every time I do shave it, I'm like, okay, this time I'm not going to let it back. I'm not going to let it get back to that point where it was before, because it took a long time to shave. It's terrible. It sucks. I hate doing this. So whenever it starts growing back again, I'm going to shave it. I'm going to just shave it. Whatever grows, I'm going to shave it. Quick and easy. Done. But I never do it. So if an emergency comes and I have to use my dick, I'll either have to let it be the way it is, which sucks, or I'll have to go through that terrible process again. And I'm going to have to go through that process again. I'm trying to delay it. Actually, I'm not trying to delay it. Life is delaying it, But I'm going to do it someday again, and I fear that time. So now I'm making this promise here. every weekend I'm going to get my electric shaver and I'm going to shave it back. Okay, so I'll try to keep my ass shaved as much as I can. Hopefully, I'll hold on to that promise, okay? But I have started this year doing pretty well with my promises, okay? Because I have bet on the lottery, like I think yesterday or before yesterday. And matter of fact, the raffle happens today. So maybe as I'm speaking, as I'm talking, I am becoming a millionaire. Maybe that's possible, you know? Maybe as I'm speaking to you right now, I have become a millionaire because, you know, I mean, maybe 6 numbers, how hard it could be to get it right, right? But yeah, so I'm keeping my promises to this year. I'm going to shave my ass. I'll possibly shave my dick, and I'm going to bet on the lottery. And I'm sure I'm going to become a better human this year with this experience, okay? Because that's what we are all here for, right? Becoming better human beings. I think. I like to believe that's what I'm here for. I like to think that I have been becoming a better human being, but I don't know, sometimes maybe I'm not. But yeah, that's what happened today, man. That was the highest point of my day. Sorry if that was very loud. These fucking motorcycles are fucking loud as fuck. But yeah, that was the high point of my day, shaving my ass, and the lowest point of my day was eating 2 McFlurries all by myself and then getting diarrhea. And yes, getting diarrhea kinda of made me decide to shave my ass too, okay? Because, you know, bad things happen so you can make better choices in life, right? That's what we should strive to be. Okay, we make bad decisions, we learn from them. Okay, my bad decision was to eat 2 McFlurries. And that led me to shaving my ass because those McFlurries, man, they didn't sit right with me. Okay, and I knew that would happen someday. Okay, I have been kind of addicted to those motherfuckers. Okay, and McDonald's has a great deal where if you buy 2, I mean, it's not exactly cheap, but it's a great value. Like it's a great value, man. Like the price is just right. The price, like I think that this combo of 2 McFlurries is the fairest. Like it's the most fair combo in our version of DoorDash, because everything is so goddamn expensive, man. And every time I open that fucking app to buy something, I'm always just like, this shit's not worth it. Okay, and even though the combo is not exactly cheap, you know, it's great value. It's fair. So I always buy that shit. And today I ended up regretting it, like I always do, but for different reasons. Because I got home and my ass was about to explode. Okay, I took a giant dump. I started working out. I realized that I was not finished yet. So before coming here, I took another giant, nasty, disgusting dump. And then I go to take a shower. I shave my ass in the shower. Yes, I did clean my ass beforehand. Okay, don't worry. I wiped it off with toilet paper. What the fuck was that? Toilet paper. Toilet paper. I wiped it off with toilet paper. I washed with a lot of soap, and then I shaved it. Okay. So, you know, man, you have to learn from your mistakes and you have to try to make it, you know, you have to make the most of bad situations, which is what I did. Okay, I did just that. And now I'm feeling like a free man. I'm feeling like a new man. And I'm hoping that tonight I'm going to have a great night of sleep without feeling my ass pubes intertwining with each other. Okay, that's what I'm hoping for tonight. And I'm hoping this broadcast turns out to be great. Which, I mean, it has been great. Like 15 minutes of a guy talking about shaving his ass. I bet you have never heard this before anywhere else, okay? Okay? So, come on. Come on, give me a chance, man. Give me a chance, okay? So, yeah. Anyways, how have the week of you guys been? Mine has been pretty ordinary. The only thing that I noted down to talk about in the podcast was this, okay? This is how I, like, when I come up with a topic to talk about in the podcast, I type it like, talk about this, this, and this. The only thing that I wrote down this week was talk about a dog peeing in my sandwich, okay? And this is the only thing that I noted for this week, so let's fucking talk about it, okay? Because yes, that happened. A dog peed on my sandwich. It happened. It does not, like, if someone said that to you right now, you would be like, what the fuck, right? Well, it happened to me. So, okay, to give context now, it was a beautiful morning. It was almost 7 a.m. I was going to work and I saw this stray dog on the street. The stray dog walks towards me, right? He's walking towards me and his rear paw is hurt. I can see, he's walking kind of weird, and I love dogs and I love cats and I love animals in general. One of my childhood dreams was to become a veterinarian, which maybe I should have. But, I see this doggy and I'm like, oh shit, man. So I pet him, I give him some rubs, but I'm running late for work, so I have to go. And I left him, sad because I couldn't do more for him. And so I left the doggy, it's terrible. Like, letting go of a stray doggy is really sad because, and especially him, because his rear paw was hurt. So I looked back and I saw he was trying to follow me, but he couldn't keep up, and I that just broke my heart, right? So I left him thinking like I'm the biggest piece of shit because I should have done more for him, but I can't because I have to go to work. And I mean, even if I could, even if I did have the time to take him to the veterinarian, I do not have the money for his expenses. So I go to work and, forget about it. Next day, again, this time going for work, I see him again and I have an idea. Okay, maybe I can't take him to the veterinarian. However, what I can do is give him something to eat. So I took half of my sandwich, I put it on the ground. He's hesitant, but he eats it. Okay, he eats half of my sandwich. And so I go off to work, happy that I have done something in this world that maybe was good for a creature, right? I'm very proud of myself because I do not have many things to be proud of. So, I take the small wins. And so I go to work, happy that I have done something good. Fast forward, a couple of days pass by, I do not see him again. Then, I think it was Tuesday, yes, it was Thursday. I am going to work at 7 a.m. and I see him again. Again, he approaches me, I pet him a little bit. And so I'm like, okay, last time you ate half of my sandwich, I'm going to do it again. I put half, Jesus, I can't fucking speak this word today. I put half of the sandwich on the floor, and this, I do not want to shit talk this dog. Okay, he suffered enough. But this little cute doggy, he raises his paw, and he peed on the fucking sandwich. Now I'm like, oh, what the fuck, dude? You waited last time. You waited the whole thing last time. Why are you peeing on this thing? This does not even look like a pole. This is a flat square on the ground. Why are you peeing on it? He didn't pee directly. on the sandwich, but he bit around it. So I take it off of the ground, without touching his pee. And I'm like, okay, this must, he probably is confused, right? Because this is something to eat. So I put the sandwich on his nose for him to smell the smell of the ham, see if he was going to recognize it. And I'm like, okay, this is for you to eat. Okay, this is not a fucking pole, man. Come on, you are not fucking blind. So I put it on the ground again, far from his pee, and the guy just fucking pees again. And at this point, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? Because I can't put the sandwich back on my fucking on my bag again, because it touched the ground, and you maybe even touched a little bit of pee. So I'm like so confused, man. I'm like, why are you doing this to me, man? I'm trying to help you here. Why are you peeing on my fucking food, man? This is half of a sandwich that I'm going to, this is calories that I have wasted, and you are doing this to me. You are humiliating me here on the streets. So I accept it, but I feel bad because I'm like, okay, I just left half of a sandwich on the ground. I left it there because, maybe he would change his mind and eat the fucking sandwich. So I left this thing in front of someone's house, right? Because I didn't know where to fucking throw it. So I left it there in front of this house, and I'm like feeling bad again. Okay, first I feel bad because I couldn't do much for the dog. I feel bad because I have left fucking trash in front of someone's home. Okay, and I mean, it's not like a meter long subway, but I mean, it's fucking annoying. You get up, you go to your front yard, and you see a fucking sandwich on the ground. You're like, holy fuck, what the fuck is this? Is someone trying to cast a curse on my house or something? Is this a fucking offering for the gods? No, man, sorry, it was just a doggy that didn't want to eat my fucking sandwich, okay? And the sandwich was good too. I mean, the sandwich tasted great, but he didn't want it. So I left it there. I left very ashamed. I was like very embarrassed. Nobody saw it, but I was feeling embarrassed, like, oh man. I mean, I hope that the person who finds it and throws it away do not feel angry, I hope I haven't been the cause of someone's discomfort this morning, okay? So yeah, man, that's the story, okay? That's what I had noted for this week. That's all. A dog peed on my fucking sandwich. That happened, and it could happen to anyone, but it happened to me. Okay, even when I try to do something good in this world, man, I end up doing something bad, okay? Like, do you need a better sign, like, than this? Like, this is the sign for you to understand, man, that, like, nothing that you do is worthwhile. Like, nothing that you do in your life it has any impact, okay? This is the moment, man, that you realize, holy fucking shit, I am a waste of air, of space, of food, okay? I am a waste of the fucking, of the fucking sewer system, okay? I am a waste, okay? Like a dog fucking refused me, okay? Rejected me. Well, yeah, that's what happened this week in my life, okay? And I'm sure there was a lot more, but I can't think of anything. I mean, it's not that I can't think of anything. It's just that I was just this week, man. I just drift off. Okay. Sometimes, man, in your life, you just go by. Okay. You just go through. You are just unconscious, like 24/7. You are just going through life. You are not living, okay? And this has been my week. I just forgot about everything this week, okay? And why? No reason, because I'm fucking stupid, okay? Sometimes, man, I just forget that I have a podcast. It's funny because I like doing this, but the space between Thursdays is like after I started doing this podcast, the space between Thursdays became very, very big, man. It feels like it's a fucking I mean, it's a whole week, of course, but I mean, it feels longer. Like whenever it gets to Thursday, I'm like, holy shit, it's Thursday. Wow, it feels like I recorded the last episode a month ago. Like I can't remember anything that I have talked about in the last episode because, I mean, to be honest with you, I do not listen to my own podcast, okay? I do not know why I expect anyone to listen to this if I don't even listen to it. But yeah, so so I just drift off, okay? I just go through my day. I go through the motions. I think that's how the saying goes. I go through the motions, the notions, the notes, I don't know, and I just drift off without thinking about anything that happens in my life. Okay, I'm not even an observant. Okay, I'm not even Jesus, I'm not even an observer. I'm nothing. Okay, I just live and exist without thoughts in my head, without. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, it's not even. I mean, I'm just worried about a lot of things. Okay, let me today, man. Let me give you an example. Today, so during my lunchtime, I was reflecting in life, and I have this feeling inside of me that I want to do something in my life, and yes, everybody wants to do something, right? And something meaningful, and I want to do something meaningful. Something that I feel like it's a good use of my time, and potentially something that might make me some money. But like, it's not like I do not want to have an impact in the world. It's not like I want to do something meaningful for the world. I want to do something meaningful for me. I want to achieve something for me. I want to feel like I'm doing something just for me. Like I do not care. Like if I'm doing something good for the world, I mean whatever. It's a fucking consequence. I want to do something cool for me, something that I like, something that I am obsessed with. Okay, that's what I want to do. So I was reflecting about this during my lunchtime today, my lunch break. So I was like, okay, I'm decided now. This afternoon, I'm going to pick a book to read, or I'm going to study something, so that I can get a better job, or get more money. So I was decided to do that. Was decided to study, or read a book, or do something meaningful with my time. And usually Thursdays in the afternoon, they are usually pretty calm at work. So I was like, okay, this is a great time to start. This is a great time to start. So I get back from my lunch break, and it's just there was a lot of work to be done, and the work didn't stop coming. So I'm like, okay, so I decide to fucking change things. I decide to stop being a lazy fuck. I decide to pick a book to read and try to learn something new. And then life just fucking throws work at me. And I'm like, okay, is this a sign that I should keep being a lazy ass? Is this a sign that does not matter what I do? Is this a sign that's saying to me, look, man, no matter how much you struggle, does not matter. Okay, just keep reading Reddit. Okay, just do that shit. It does not matter if you fucking study or if you fucking read a book. Nothing's going to change. You're a piece of shit. Like, is this what the universe is trying to tell me? Because when I decide that I'm going to do something meaningful with my time, life throws fucking work at me. And I mean, okay, it's my work. I'm being paid to do this. I'm going to do it. But I'm like, okay, like this shouldn't be happening today. This is out of the normal. This is out of the ordinary. So I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't fucking read or study or do anything meaningful, right? I am a superstitious man, okay, and this is a problem because I think I have read somewhere sometime, I don't know, I've read somewhere one day that superstitious people usually are dumber, right? They have a lower IQ than average. So, and I mean, maybe that's true because I'm very superstitious, okay? I see signs everywhere, okay? So I do not know if I'm dumb or narcissistic. And a podcast that I really like was talking about this exact idea before. I think like last week. So I'm kind of like, I do not want to copy the people that I like. I want to do something original, but I'm going to copy them anyways. So like, there's this fine line between ignorance and schizophrenia, right? Of being just a fucking crazy motherfucker. So I'm like, am I just stupid? Am I schizophrenic for seeing signs everywhere, or am I, or is those signs real? I mean, because maybe they are real. I mean, you can't prove myself wrong in here. Like, you can't prove that they are not real. You can prove that I am schizophrenic. You can prove that I am dumb and I have a lower than average intelligence. But you can't prove that the signs are not real, right? So I see signs everywhere. I am a superstitious man. And so I took that as a sign. I took that as a sign and I said, fuck it, I'm going to read a book anyway. So I started reading a book, okay? It's called East of Eden, I think it's called. I don't remember the title very well. But yeah, I didn't read much, I had a lot of work, but whenever I had the time to, I read a few pages. So yeah, why did I even start talking about this? I was talking about finding meaning and purpose. But yeah, that's like that's it, man. Okay, I'm trying to find some meaning and purpose in my life. I want to do something cool. Not something cool in the normal sense of the cool word. I want to do something cool to me. I want to dive deep in something meaningful, something that I don't know, we can make some money off, but not just because of the money. The money would be a consequence of doing something good, and doing something good would be a consequence of me liking to do something very much. So that's what I have been bugging me today. I was talking about, I do not remember how the fuck I got here. Okay, but that's what happened. Okay, I think I was talking about how dumb. Okay, yeah, I was talking about going through the motions, right? That's what I was talking about. So yeah, that's what happens during my days, man. I wonder a lot about things, and so I forget about other things that I shouldn't, like this podcast. I forget about it. Uh, okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, I had to just, I don't know. So I forget about this podcast and I forget to take notes, okay? Because I have a lot of ideas during the week. Not good ideas, okay? Like, just ideas. I have a lot of them and I should write them down. Not because they are good, but because I should build that habit. But I don't, because I forget. I forget about it. And so here I am again today without having anything to talk about. Just about a fucking dog that beat on my fucking sandwich. Okay, that's what I have for today. Okay. One thing that I have been thinking a little bit about recently is, billionaires. Billionaires have been having a change in their instance, right, towards politics. And it's very interesting to see that because Trump won and Elon Musk was the first to ride the bandwagon, okay? He probably saw that Trump was going to win anyway because Kamala, I mean, who the fucking knows that woman? So so Elon Musk probably saw that Trump was going to win, and he was like, okay, I'm going to ride with him because when he wins, I mean, I don't like you could argue that Trump won in part because of Elon Musk, but I mean, I think he was poised to win, right? I mean, there was no real way Kamala was going to win, right? So Elon was the first to side with Trump, and now everybody on this billionaire bubble is siding with Trump. Now we have Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos have said something about making Amazon less woke or something, some shit like that. So it's very interesting, these shifts on the billionaires' stance on this matter. Because, everybody fucking knows, Facebook, Meta, Amazon, they they ride the waves, right? They do not care about the ideology. They never cared about the LGBTQ. They never cared about the black community. They never cared. And they do not care about the fucking traditional family values. They do not care. They didn't care before. They do not care now. They just want money. And now the money is on the right wing, right? Now money is on Trump. So they are changing the stance of theirs. And it's very interesting. And so it's also very interesting seeing people very mad about them, right? Especially left-wing people and people on Reddit. Because I spend more time on that fucking shit place than I should. I spend more time there than I should. So, and it's very, very interesting seeing the fucking vitriol and how angry they are at those people. They have always been angry at billionaires, right? But it's I don't know how to explain it, but they do not want billionaires to be involved in politics, but they have always been. They are just being vocal about it now. Like, it's funny because, like, when Meta was, you know how they did it. They did it. They went woke. Like, I do not like to use this word, but they had their woke period. Trying to be how the fuck do I use it? Trying to be diverse, and trying to like, they were not trying to be diverse. They were just trying to show that they are diverse. But at the end of the day, they do not care that if they are diverse or not. Okay, so when were doing this, these people would applaud. Now that they are doing the opposite, these people were foaming at their mouth, right? And like, what's the point? Like, what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say here is that, look, mate, there's a reason these guys are billionaires, okay? And yeah, maybe they are not geniuses, okay? Maybe they are not fucking amazing people. But there's a reason that they are billionaires. So how about we let them cook? Well, just let them cook this time, okay? Look, mates, I hate inequality as much as the other guy. Okay, I hate that people do not have easy access to good healthcare in an affordable manner as much as the other guy. But let those guys cook, okay? Because those guys, it's hard. Like, at this point, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, they are not, like, I know this is going to sound fucking fake, but they are not really after money. They are after power, right? And I know this sounds hard to believe, but in a way, money is power. But those guys have already a lot of money and a lot of power. But those guys are having a trip in their heads. Okay, maybe not much Jeff Bezos, but Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, those guys are tripping their ass. Like, those guys are tripping hard, thinking that they are fucking. Those guys, they think that they are amazing. They think they are emperors. They are like fucking. They think that they are Jesus some way, and they think they have the answers, because if they made a lot of money and they are billionaires, obviously they are fucking different. They are geniuses. They are the chosen ones, right? If they were able to achieve that amount of wealth, I mean, it's obvious that they are different. And to that I say, yeah, maybe they are different, okay? I mean, yeah, they are not the next Jesus Christ. They are not the next big thing. But let's, how about we 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 say to them, okay, man, okay, you are a genius. So how about now you use all of that geniuses of yours to do something good for humanity? I mean, in a way, it's not, they do not want to do or not to do something great for humanity. They want to feel like they are doing something for humanity. Okay? And sometimes this can go both ways, okay? Because when then that's why I say let them cook, because if you do not let them feel that they are doing something good for humanity, they are going to start thinking like, okay, so I should start doing something bad because I just want to be remembered and I want to feel like I'm doing something meaningful. So and does not matter if it's good or bad. They first try to do good, but if they feel like their work is meaningless, they are going to do something bad, something meaningfully bad. Like, I don't know, they can't drop a nuke, but if they could, they would do that. Okay. How do I know that? Trust me, I know that. Okay, I can really read people's behaviors. Okay, I am good at reading people's minds. So let them, like, let's message their ego. Okay, let's pretend like it's like a child. Okay, and I do not mean this in an offensive way, even though there's no other way to say it. But I'm not trying to offend them and call them childish. But you kind of have to act like you are acting with children with them, because at that level of power and wealth of and influence, I mean, it kind of goes all the way back. It's kind of like a flat circle. It comes around, right? At that level of wealth, like what, like you have accumulated all of that money and you are still a human being like all others. You are still fleeting and fragile. So you need to feel like you are different. And like, and no matter how smart you are, how much wealth you have, you are still just a human being. So you are like, okay, what's the next step? If I can't achieve immortality, if I can't fucking, I don't know, fucking lift a fucking elephant, if I can't do that, then what's the next step? Well, the next step is to get into the history books, and that's what these guys want to do. They are not after power and money. They want to have influence, and they want to change things so that they are written about in history books. They want to leave their mark in the world. Okay, and part of me believes that they want to leave a mark in the world as someone good. Like, yes, you may not like them. Okay, I do not exactly like them either. Okay, I'm not a fan of billionaires. Okay, but maybe those guys deep inside want to do something good, not for the sake of doing something good. Maybe their intentions are egotistical. But I feel like if you give them the chance and if you steer them the right way, it's like a child. Okay, if you steer the child in the right way, they are going to use their determination, right? Because kids have this determination, right? They are very stubborn. So if you steer the kid in the right way, if you see the kid from a different perspective, the kid can achieve great things. They can learn a lot. They can be very smart, and they can go from an annoying brat that cries all of the time for a kid that learns and do something good and grow up to be a good human being, right? So if you do that to those guys, if you just steer them in the right way, I'm sure they can do something great, and they can prove themselves to be the geniuses that they think they are, and maybe they are, in a way. Okay, I mean they are smart. Okay, they are smart. They know how to make money. So that's why I say, man, let those guys cook a little bit. Okay, I know you don't like Trump. Okay, I know, I know. Relax a little bit. Okay, nobody's trying. Okay, I can't really say that. I was going to say nobody's trying to kill you, but I know it's a very delicate topic to some groups of people, which I respect. Okay, but yeah, man, like let those guys be. Okay, let them do what they want to do. Okay, I mean, have you seen the Musk's plan to make Earth more green? Green. I mean, I love that those projects, man, because it looks so beautiful, right? Trees everywhere, sustainable energy. Like, I mean, look, so you see, man, the guy, he probably was not the one who designed it. Okay, I know he may not be the genius that some people say he is. Okay, maybe I know he has a staff of full of smart people, but the guy has some good intentions. Okay, and the guy wants to be remembered as someone who did good. Okay, so let's give them this chance. Yes, I know what he says pisses you off. Okay, but look, man, you like if you think that you are dealing with someone that is unreasonable, then you can't be unreasonable. Okay, because it won't fit. Okay, if you think if whoever you are dealing with is like simple-minded or unreasonable, you need to shape yourself to fit with that person's idea, if you want to fit, that is. I mean, if you want to be unreasonable too, okay. I mean, maybe you're not even being that unreasonable, not liking that guy. Okay, I mean, yeah, you don't want some guy that was not elected to interfere in politics, but that already happens. That already happens. The only thing that's happening now is that it's happening in front of everybody else. But this has always happened. Okay, a lot of decisions that are made and a lot of things that happen in governments are choices made by people who were not elected. Okay, the only difference now is that you are seeing this happen in your face, and you have a chance to steer the course. Like, this is the best time in the history that you, the common folk who complains on the internet, like, this is the best chance that you will have in your life to change something, to do something good. Okay, because like, this is the only time that you using the internet can make a difference. Okay, a meaningful difference, at least I think. Because like, complaining on the internet, man, it usually does not take you anywhere. Okay, but if you are smart about it, okay, if you are smart about it, maybe now you can, because those people are earning the internet. Okay, those guys are earning the internet. Okay, and yeah, Elon Musk, he sucks at video games. Yes, he pays people to boost his characters. Okay, but I mean, give the guy a chance. Give the guy a chance. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and if you want to, Elon Musk, I can play your Path of Exile character. Okay, if you are listening to this, I can play that character for you. Okay, I'm not as efficient as a Chinese player, and I'm not as smart, and I'm not as good in the game as you are. But I can play it. I like playing the game. I mean, and if you would pay me to play the game, I would be very happy. Okay, because I would be playing a fun game, and I would be making money out of it. So, if you listen to this, okay, give me a call. Okay, I can play that. I mean, it's not going to be a great character. Okay, it's going to be very mediocre, and it won't be able to do the hardest content in the game. But you are going to help me out. Okay. Matter of fact, I think it was this Sunday that I was having, like, I woke up a Sunday having this thought. this fucking unreasonable, stupid thought. I was like, when PoE2 launched, okay, maybe whatever. When PoE2 launched, I was able to get in very fast. Okay, I was waiting on for the game to be released, and I was able to get in very fast. I can't say I was one of the first people that got in, but I got in very, very early. And I think that I had the choice. I could have made a character named Elon Musk, and I think I should have. Okay, I should have made a character named Elon Musk, and then I should have offered Elon Musk to buy that character with his name. I would just delete the character, and at the same time he would, I'm pretty sure I could have sold that name and in PoE2 to Elon Musk for a couple $1,000,000. Okay, maybe $1,000,000. Okay, or maybe a few $100,000, or maybe a $1,000 or maybe $100. But I could probably have made a little bit of money if I had been smarter and I had used that name when I had the chance. Okay, that's the kind of thoughts that crosses through my mind when I wake up on a fucking Sunday at 7 a.m. Okay, that I do not know why the fuck I was thinking that, but that's something that crossed my mind when I woke up on a Sunday. Okay, this has been the fucking podcast. Okay, it's kind of better than I thought it would be. Okay, I was not feeling too great about it today. I was like, okay, today is going to suck. Today is going to be a very bad episode. I haven't thought about anything this week. I haven't prepared anything. It's going to be terrible. And I can say it was not terrible, but it was not as painful as I thought it would be. Okay? Anyways, this has been the fucking podcast, okay, this week. I hope I can be here again next week, okay? And yeah, if anyone has listened to this, thank you. If you want to send a message, an email, okay, the email is going to be in the description. I do not even know why I say this, because nobody fucking listens to this shit. But yeah, have a good day, have a good night. I never know how to fucking end this shit. Ciao.